What's up, squad? It's your Squid. You've landed at Anxious Squid Productions, which is my YouTube channel. This video is part 3 in a 5-part series. If you haven't watched the first 2 parts, I highly recommend you click into my motorsport playlist and see, like, they'll be easy to see from the thumbnails and the titles and everything like that. If you're watching, you know, in a binge watch, sorry for talking so much and not just getting straight back into it, but yeah, these guys are my patrons. If you are stumbling across this channel, it's unlikely you're going to just suddenly go, oh yeah, I'm going to hit subscribe and join Patreon in the same day, but please, potentially, think about maybe if you might want to, you know what I mean? How much money do you spend on Netflix or Spotify or Hulu or whatever, and how much time do you actually use consuming those forms of media versus how much money you should be spending on YouTube because of how much money you consume on that? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I'm talking shit. Let's get into it. Dale Earnhardt the Day, part 3. As I said earlier, these guys are my patrons. They're sick. Let's do this. Thanks for tuning back in, guys. I don't really know what to say other than like doing a small recap of what we watched in part 1 and part 2. Basically, we learnt a bit about him and his legacy as trying to win the Daytona 500 and not being able to in the first one, and then finally getting the monkey off his back and winning it. In the second one, we learned about him on a more personal level and how he was a really good friend to Michael Waltrip, gave him a gig when people were talking nonsense about him and saying he wasn't a good enough driver to get a gig. You know, like supported him when his mum died and all that sort of stuff. He's a really good father, and where we left it, there was a safety car at the Daytona 500 somewhere towards the end, near where, you know, after a wreck, where he was just like, far out, these cars are going to kill someone if we don't fix it soon. And yeah, the safety car, they were just about to kick off after the red flag, sorry, not the safety car, and somehow Dale Jr. and Michael Waltrip were all like together in a bunch, so they're in a real good prime position to get out the front of the pack if they can push each other.
The 2001 Daytona 500 had already revealed the brutal nature of the day's close-quarter bumper-to-bumper banging and bumping. In the final laps, Dale Earnhardt would battle not for victory, but to protect his team. Green flag.
Nice. Doing the team thing then.
There's one point during the race after the red flag where I felt like he let me in line. And I remember thinking, that's never happened before. I know he's never let me in line. I don't think he's ever let anyone in line. You gotta have nerves of steel, folks, to see what these guys saw just now. These cars all flipping and flying through the air and hop right back out there just like it never happened.
Right.
I was leading the race. My car was handling perfectly. Dale Jr. was pretty safe as well because he had Dale behind him, and Dale was just pushing Dale Jr. and me. So us two had it made, basically, and Dale was in a mess.
Oh, he's just blocking everyone.
Dale is doing everything he can.
Dale Sr. keeping his 2 teammates out front. Just blocking everything.
I never saw Dale Earnhardt Sr. do anything but drive offensively. But in the closing laps of that 500, we saw him on defense. You know he wanted to win another 500, but I think he was going to be perfectly content running third that day.
Absolutely.
This is when we're going to find out. We're coming around for the white flag. And I thought, if this motor doesn't blow up and the tires don't blow out, I'm going to go down there and make 2 lefts, and I'm going to come back and win the Daytona 500.
Hey, son.
Straightaway wide, buddy. Get all over the place. Come on now. Watch the mirror. Watch it. You got to make it on the inside.
I kept trying to tell Dale Jr., just stay on Michael. And Sterling started coming. 36 started coming. All of a sudden, there was a lot of activity around Dale for 3rd place.
Oh, I know it's like inevitable. I know what's going to happen, but I'm still like nervous, you know?
Over space, trying to get your nose in there. If you get your nose in there, maybe you can make the rest of it fit. All of a sudden, I saw his car cut left, and that's it. This can't be good.
son maybe, or like, I don't know. Oh, and he's stoked and he's happy. So they got the 1-2, but...
About to get the best ride in racing. The Daytona 500 victory lane.
Oh, I feel sick. They're like celebrating and it's...
Is this better than winning it? I guess he's all right.
Our car came to a rest, and I'm thinking, wow. I said, I'm gonna go over, just shoot old Dale. Mikey and Junior run 1-2. He got crashed protecting third on the last lap, so he's not gonna be in the best mood, but he's not gonna be that friggin' mad. So when I went up to the car and took the window net down,
and instantly it was like, fuck, come on.
I knew he was in trouble. I knew right away he was in trouble, and I signaled for the emergency crews to get there like quicker. And they were there quick, but just quicker yet. And I just knew he was in trouble.
That's right on the driver's side.
I remember when I seen the wreck happen, I just jumped down off the toolbox, yanked my headset off because I knew we had a good shot at winning, and put my headset back on and hollered at Dale. I said, Dale, you right? You right? Dale 2 or 3 times. He never did answer me. So I turned over to Mike Skinner's channel and I said, Mike, stop over there. They done took the checker by that time and was headed down the backstretch. I said, stop there and make sure Dale's okay. Make sure it just didn't undo his helmet and got out. Let me know if he's out of the car or whatever. Skinner come on there. He said, you better go to the infield care center. He said, boy, he doesn't look good. We just kept waiting. Come on, climb out. Come on, help him out of the car. Come on, get him out of the car. He's got to go to victory lane. You got to get him out.
Junior got out, and again, I don't know quite his thoughts at that point, but his thought was, we're going to go to the medical center, the care center in the infield, and see Dad. Junior went in, and he went through and just caught Kenny Schrader's eye just for a split second, and he said it was really then that he knew that something was seriously wrong.
Shit.
I go to the bus, I get Teresa, Jimbo, the bus driver's with us, and that's when they just got the new infield care center, and we went into there. Not really thinking, anything. We get there and they're taking him straight to the hospital. So now we're getting antsy. Okay, something's up.
Richard came to the infield care center. You're sitting in there and you got the little curtains and stuff, and Richard moves curtains. What's the deal? I probably turned white, and he said, "How is he?" I said, "I ain't good." And he said, "You mean like we're gonna be out for a while?" I said, "Oh no, buddy. It's we got bigger problems."
Look at him.
Kenny wasn't himself. He was just as pale as he could be, and he said, took a few deep breaths, and he said, "Look, I'm not a doctor." They had released him from the care center. He said, "I'm telling you, it don't look good. It don't look good." And at that point, my heart just fell. And so Judy and I got in the car and headed to the hospital.
We get in the car and get a police escort to the hospital. We're going back roads around the turns.
I said a lot of prayers on the way to the hospital. That's all I can say.
that, somebody's won the race and he's going to victory lane.
Started celebrating what I thought was the greatest day ever in the history of NASCAR, and especially in my history. I mean, it was perfect. Everything went just like Dale said it would, and I couldn't wait to see him.
Oh, I've been surprised by every ending as well. Like, this is insane. That was... Wow, huh? Oh, you little orange dot, don't fuck with me. Wow. Yeah. So, your best mate, the guy that's giving you a shot, you know, like after 430-something race starts and not a single win, like, and his son's just in behind, like, oh, wow. And, like, Schrader's reactions and stuff, like, just, like, the shaky voice of the own, like, wow, yeah, no, I can understand why you guys told me to recommend, like, told me to react to this, you know what I mean? Like, 2 parts to go. This was part 3. If for some reason you've just stumbled into part 3 here and you haven't seen the first 2, they're in my motorsport playlist. Check those out. If you've seen this at some point in the future and you've stumbled onto 3 before anything else, 4 and 5 will be there as well. I'm recording them same day. These guys are my patrons. They're awesome. They cheer me up when I'm feeling a bit somber. This has been intense. I'm gonna get into the 4th one. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Share me with a friend, you know what I mean? Help me out. This is the 365th day since I started YouTube. So tomorrow I'm going to have my first year stats. And yeah, if I can get as many views on these videos, that'd be great. But, whew, yeah, alrighty, so... That was part 3. I'll see you guys in a minute. I'll see you when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks for watching.